Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby with Fitness is Medicine, and today I'm going to give you some exercises you can do from your chair or your desk. There are a lot of people spending time on Zoom calls right now, or just working from home, or doing a lot of computer work. And this was happening before all of this pandemic and everyone working from home, but now it's even more prevalent. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of sitting at desks, a lot of Zoom calls, things like that. And I'm just going to give you some movements that you can do from your chair, from your desk, that you can do in between your Zoom calls or even while you're on one. If you want to turn your camera off for a few minutes and just move. You don't have to do them all at once. You could do them throughout the day so that you just get a little bit of movement involved. So we're going to start with some shoulder blade squeezes. And my dog came to help. This is Tubby. Okay, so sitting in your chair. Sometimes, you kind of get into the habit of sitting in your chair like this or, slouching or whatever. But a lot of the work that we're doing is right here. We're forward on our computers, we're on our phones, we're looking at the computer screen, all this. So we want to open up our chest. We're going to do some shoulder blade squeezes. So we're going to work on these postural muscles back in here. Sit up nice and tall, sit up on the edge of your chair and squeeze those shoulder blades back. So you want to hold it for a count of 3 or 4. And then release. And you can just do it with your hands, on your desk or on your legs like this. Or you can, really squeeze back like you have a band in your hands. There's no equipment needed for any of this. You can do this all sitting at your chair and your desk. Just some movement to get your blood flowing, kind of wake your brain up a little, open up your chest. And you can do these anytime. You can do them all throughout the day. If you want to just do 3 or 4 to kind of just wake up and get those postural muscles engaged so that you're sitting up nice and tall, stretching out those chest muscles and those shoulder muscles that kind of all get really tight by doing this. Holding your head nice and tall, and you want to tuck your chin so that you're not having this forward movement that you might be having when you're sitting in your chair or looking at your computer. Tuck that chin, pull those shoulders back, and just squeeze those shoulders. The other part of this is to start taking some deep breaths. We can breathe pretty shallowly when we're just sitting and working and working and working and staring at the screen and taking calls and all of those things that, keep us pretty busy during the day. But we want to get some movement, and this will help wake you up and help give you some new energy going forward into those next calls. Okay, after you've done about 10 of those, remember we're working on deep breathing, so breathe in through your mouth or breathe in through your nose, fill your belly, and then breathe out nice and slowly, kind of through pursed lips. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is you can do these at any time too, heel-toe raises. So you're going to raise your toes up off the ground and then raise your heels up off the ground. So we're getting some movement in those feet. So sometimes if you're sitting for a long time, your feet can just kind of you can get some lower extremity swelling, and we want to get those muscle pumps working to pump those fluids back up into your body so we can process them and get rid of them. So just nice and easy. So I'm sitting still up on the edge of my chair, nice and tall, and you can do these while you're on your meeting. It's just good to get some ankle range of motion, work those toes and feet. Really think about working those toes. You can do these barefoot or with shoes on, of course. All the way up on those toes, and then pull those toes back towards your shins. Sitting up nice and tall so that you can really perform this. Sometimes if your feet are back here, it's too hard, so you want them just a nice 90-degree angle so that they're right out. Your ankles are right beneath your knees. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like one of my kids is dribbling a basketball upstairs. Heel toe. The challenges from working with home, right? Everybody here is dealing with those right now. Kids that are online for school, and dogs that need attention, and kitties, and all sorts of things. It's all become part of our workforce. Okay, next we're gonna just reach side to side. So I'm gonna turn my chair here. And this one, I want you to spread your feet apart a little wider so you have a good base of support. I want to to start just getting some twisting in. And I want you to reach side to side, stretch out those shoulders, stretch out that back. Just reaching as far as you can from side to side. Reach your fingers out towards the opposite side of the room. And I'm really twisting here, reaching and reaching and reaching. I want to stretch my shoulders, and you can hold it at the end if that feels like a really good stretch through your back and through your shoulders. But it's just some good movement. Sitting in your chair all day long, on the phone, on the Zoom, WebEx, whatever you may be on, just moving. And you can do this as many times as you want throughout the day too. This isn't something that's going to, you know, you're not going to overdo it. So you can do this, you know, kind of throughout the day. You've got 5 minutes in between, do a few of these. Just get your brain woken up, get some blood flowing in your muscles. And really just reach side to side, stretching your back and shoulders. Okay, so the next one is sit to stand. So all it is, which we've done before, if you've watched my videos, stand up and sit down. So it's actually just a perfect squat. So just standing up, sitting down, get that blood pumping. You can do this while you're on the phone. You can do it, you know, maybe press pause or press your, you know, turn your camera off for a minute, or in between your calls if you can. Stand up and sit down. This works all of your big muscles in your legs, so you're working your glutes and your quads. Your lower legs are also having to engage. Try to keep your body up nice and tall. If you need to, push off your chair a little bit. That's okay. Do them at least 10 times. This is another thing. You can do them a few times throughout the day. You can do them in between 2 or 3 calls so you get some good sets in. This is a good way to wake up your whole body. So you're working those large muscle groups in your legs. Get your butt off your chair. You can think about when you stand up, squeezing your glutes so that you're working as many muscles as you can to wake up, get some blood pumping in between those meetings. Okay, so next we're going to do some push-ups. So you can do these at the front of your, at your desk, like right here. I don't have a desk in here, but I have my chair. If you have a, you know, a swirly office chair, this isn't going to work, but you can do them from your desk. If you can do them from the floor, get down on the floor and do 10 push-ups. It's the easiest way to get a really great upper body workout in. But you can do it from the back of your chair if you have a hard chair like this. A countertop, the edge of your desk works great for this. It's a little lower than the top of this chair here, but if you need to make it a little easier, you can scoot your feet forward, and then it's a little easier. So you want to think about a straight line from the top of your head down through your heels. If you need a little more challenge, scoot back. But you can still be looking at your screen. You can know if you get off a phone call and you're like, oh, I just need to move a little, but I can't leave my office. I don't have time to go work out, but I'm just gonna move a little. So I can stand up, do 10 push-ups at my desk, sit back down, take my next phone call. So anything you can do to just move a little bit throughout the day. Movement matters. Not letting our bodies be completely sedentary all day long. It's really bad for our hearts and our veins and our legs and everything. It's not good for your brain either. And you want to be as intellectually engaged as you can in all of these calls, and it's easy to start zoning out and losing it. So this all can help get your blood moving, get your muscles working, and wake up your brain. Okay, and the next one is calf raises. So you can also do that standing. We did them sitting, so up and down on your heels and toes. This one, we're just going to go right up and down on your toes. So stand, just stand at your desk, go up and down on those toes. It's a little bit more intense than doing the heel toe sitting, but this just really starts that muscle pump. Like I said, if we start doing it sitting, and then stand up and do it, then it's working, getting that muscle pump going, getting that fluid back up to our body to process. And if you need to, you can hang on to the back of your chair or work on your balance and not hang on. You can even do this while you're talking on the phone. You know, this isn't going to make you out of breath too much that you can't talk on the phone. So just moving around, even if you get up and pace around your office, that's helpful too. If you're on a phone call, you can pace around in your office, just moving around. Okay, the last one. Notice we have not moved away from our chair here. So you can do this all within a 3-foot space. This isn't going to be, you know, a huge workout, but it's stuff you can do to keep moving throughout the day. So I'm going to turn a little bit here. We're just going to do abs from your chair. So sit up on the edge of your chair. You can do this from any chair. If you sit on a ball to work, you can do this from your ball. Sit up, bring your feet out like this a little bit so your knees are at an angle. Lean back so your shoulder blades touch the chair and come back up. So we're engaging those abs, working that core. So we've worked your upper body, your lower body, your feet and your toes, and your core. So we're going to get a little bit of everything here. You could just write these down, keep them next to your desk so you have ideas. You don't have to do them all at once. You could do, you know, 1 or 2 at a time in between calls or during your calls, depending on, I know sometimes when we do calls here, we have to have our video off because otherwise it won't work. So we, you know, you could do just a couple of these. But if you need a little wake up, you know, the coffee isn't working anymore, drink a glass of water and try to get some movement in. All right, good. Okay, so that is it. Like I said, write these down and keep them next to your computer. You can even put them on a sticky note right next to your computer so you can be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll stand up and sit back down 10 times quick before my next call. Every little bit of movement that you can do throughout your day counts. It helps your body, it helps your mind focus, it helps get your blood pumping and those muscles working correctly so that you can focus and feel more energetic and more engaged in your next meeting. All right, let me know if you have any questions and let me know how these go. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you all next time.